What's going on, Maniacs? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm GoreCore. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we're going to hit another music reaction. Today we're going to return to the band Worm Shepherd. We're going to check out their latest song and video entitled The Omen, which comes off of their brand new EP, Dawn of the Iconoclast. Now, these guys are based out of the States and they play symphonic deathcore. I'm definitely curious to see what we get here. The band's kind of changed their sound in their last few releases where they included more clean vocals, and now we have a different vocalist because their former vocalist Devin left the picture. I don't know who the new vocalist is, and I don't know if they've changed the direction the band's going to go in, but being a big fan of ritual hymns, I'm curious to see what we get here because this is the band that I did very much like. So before we do that, I have a huge favor to ask of all of you. If you could take 7 minutes out of your busy day. I just released my debut horror short film, The Treatment and the Cure. Would love it if you would give it a watch. This is a self-financed indie horror project that myself and a few friends made. We put a lot of work into this, and I would like to pursue more filmmaking projects in the future, but that only happens with the help of you guys. So if by chance you're a fan of indie horror and want to support us, watching it and spreading the word goes a long way. You'll find a link in the description as well as right here. So if by chance you're a fan of 80s vibes, you like a little bit of practical gore and splatter and a little bit of dark humor, it might be right up your alley. So please give that a watch. It would mean the world to us, but I digress. Let's get back into this reaction and see what new Worm Shepherd is all about. Starting off with some eerie vibes. I like it. Definitely disgusting. And there we have it. That was Worm Shepherd with the Omen, and I have to say I definitely enjoyed this. It definitely sounds like Worm Shepherd. It was sick and disgusting. There was no clean vocals in there, so they definitely delivered on that front. So I'm going to have to check out the rest of this EP and see what it's all about, because it follows suit to this, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. So musically, I thought it was fantastic. It all flows nicely. They kind of mix things up and throw us off a little bit. There was a moment there where the music totally dipped out, and I thought that the video messed up, and I was like, oh no, we're back. So it was kind of a cool psych out there that they did, a little bit different, kind of made me think it was coming to an end, and really now we weren't even close. So that was cool for sure. I like when bands can keep me on my toes a little bit, and the symphonic element of this was absolutely killer. Musicians are doing a fantastic job. The drums were super sick. Now I'm curious, do we have real drums here, or are these programmed drums? I'm not sure who's involved with the band at this point, to be honest. I need to do a little bit of research. I'm not in the know at the moment, so I'm kind of curious who's filling the shoes in this band, who's doing what. So I will have to look into that, but the drums are definitely sick. Crazy blast beats, definitely sounds like Worm Shepherd. You know, there's great melodies taking place in there, lots of heavy, sick, just chunky riffs. So it brings all the elements I expect from this band, and it all delivered and did a great job. So yeah, only good things to say there. Now, for being called an official video, I'm going to say this was not a video at all. This should have been an official audio file, because absolutely nothing happens in it. It's not even a visualizer, really. You know, it's the smallest tiny little bit of animation on the image, and nothing happens. So I definitely feel like I was deceived there, and I would have liked to see a bit more work put into this to promote their new stuff, because I mean, really anything more than this would have been better. They really did do the very least they possibly could. So I am disappointed with that end of things, and I think that kind of, you know, took from this a little bit for me. Mind you, it's all about the music, and I get it. If you don't have a budget and you don't have the means to do something, it's all about getting your music out there, and that is first and foremost. But maybe rename it differently. I mean, even call it a visualizer video. When I see official video, I'm expecting a little bit more, and we got nothing here. So that was definitely disappointing, but musically it was great. I'm definitely curious to hear more off of this EP, so let me know if you're familiar with it. What do you think? Does it stack up to older stuff? How do you feel about it? Always happy to hear from you guys. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support. Hope everybody has an awesome day. If you have a moment to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And pale that like button if you'd like to get our future updates. Stab the notification bell down below for that. And also, if this is your first time checking out the band, go check them out and see what you think. And if you enjoy them, support them. That goes a long way to helping out bands, especially small bands that don't get a lot of coverage in the first place. So yeah, you should always do that. But again, don't forget about those socials down below. You can find me on all the major platforms. Of course, the original link is down there. And I also have Extreme Bands if you want to check one of those out. Would love to get some feedback from you. But first and foremost, check out my short film if you're an indie horror fan. That would mean the most to me. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support. Hope everybody has an awesome day. Cheers, everybody. Stay sick.